Right, so I've been watching out the window some birds feeding off these half coconut shells, and what it is, it's got a hole drilled in it, a bit of string, and they're filled with, I think it's fat, like lard, and bird seeds and whatever in it. You hang them from the tree, and then the birds kind of sit here and then peck away at it and have their food. So I thought, kept looking at it and thinking, I could probably make a trap out of one of them easy. Obviously you'd only ever be able to use this in a survival situation, and you could, if you couldn't use coconut shells, you probably could replicate this with anything which was kind of this shape. But like I said, you just got to remember that most of these traps you won't be able to use unless it's a true survival situation, or in your country that you live in you're allowed to catch small birds in homemade traps. But you can still make these things in practice. So I'm going to make a trap. What we're probably going to need is 2 halves of a coconut shell, yeah, some string, a stick, and some sort of weight. That could be a bit of a log or a stone or something. So I'll put the camera down and then we'll make it and then we'll set it up. So we've got 2 halves of a coconut shell, and what I've done, disregard this hole, because this hole was just what a piece of string was through to hold the feeder up. But we've got 1 hole at the bottom, I'll show you on the inside, 1 hole at the bottom and 2 at the top, and that's the same on each one. So 2 there and 1 there, and the 2 at the top is going to be tied loosely to kind of make a hinge. So if you could think of another way to do it, then by all means. So 1 piece of string is going to go through. Don't do this too tight, otherwise this won't work. It's got to be loose enough to still open and move though, but not tight enough and not loose enough that an animal could get out of it. We can always adjust this if we need to. Yeah, that one's pretty good. So the same again through there and through the other hole. And that's going to make our hinge at the top. Yeah, that's going to work alright. Then all you're going to want to do, you will need another bit of string. I'll do this bit now because you're going to want something to be able to tie this to a branch. So all I'm going to do is just put a bit underneath both of these and tie just a loose loop. So all you'd have to do is get that like that and stick it over a branch. Now what you want to do is on one of these, if you have a bit of string, you want to tie it through. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll put it through both of them. We know we're doing it right. That's through both holes. And then tie it to just one. And have the other one just looping through. So essentially it's like that. It's tied to one but coming through the other one. What I might need to do now is hang this up and finish it off. So what you want to do now, I've hung it up as though it's hung up in a tree. What this bit's going to be is to keep these two closed. So you want to get something with a little bit of weight but not too heavy. I've just got a couple of little bits of wood. I'm going to put these on here. But you need to make sure where you tie them, when this is open, they're not getting in the way. I will show you. I'm just tying these on here. There's two weights. Like I said, nothing too heavy. And when this is open, and if they're heavy enough, I pull down and keep it shut. Might need a little bit more weight in that, but we'll carry on and then I'll add a bit more weight to it. So then you want just a stick. Now you could do this two ways. You could have your stick just in there. You can have your stick just in there, or you can have your stick cut in half, and then you got to kind of balance it together. So when I say balance it together, so you'd have two sticks like this, and when the animal stands in the middle they fall down, or you can just have one. Got to get that top bit right. And have your bait in one of these. And when the animal stands on the perch, most birds, they like to stand on a perch. So as long as this is heavy enough and the top is set right, it should work. What I'll do, I'm going to put some more weight on this in a minute. So your bird stands on that and then gets caught in the middle. Just going to put some more weight so it closes quicker. The heavier the weight, the harder it is to knock this out of here. You can see how it works though. So when you put your bait in something like this, you put a similar bait to what was already in it, something that sticks to the sides, something in here and at the top as well, and some on the stick. Then your bird will be caught in there, and you won't be able to pull this weight up to open it up. You'll just be stuck in there.